and welcome back to Cliffieland. This is week in country number 27 on our second attempt of cooking the food of every country in the world, and tonight we're up to the nation of Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is located in West Africa. It's a landlocked nation and it is surrounded by a variety of other countries. It is formerly part of the French colonial West Africa, and hence its food traditions are much of that of indigenous West Africa with a touch of French colonialism on top. Tonight we'll be cooking 3 dishes from this country, and those are Gras or fat rice, a rice and meat dish, Boussan Touba or black-eyed pea cakes, and Babenda, a Burkinese greens dish. These are the same 3 dishes we did last time, so let's check out and see how things went 4 years ago on the Global Cooking Challenge. Well, 4 years ago I was rather stumped at having to juggle as many dishes as I had to in one night. I was running very late and I ran into one of the same issues regarding a particular ingredient. Overall, things came out reasonably well, and let's see if we can improve on that this time. Substitution note. Just like last time, we were not able to find one of the key ingredients in one of tonight's dishes, and that is sumbala, or fermented locust bean. It's something that takes a long time to make. It could be found frozen in certain African markets here in the US. Unfortunately, weren't able to find it last time, weren't able to find it this time either. I'm told it has a taste sort of like blue cheese. Being that it's fermented, it also bears some resemblance to miso. Therefore, we went ahead and used soy miso paste in this particular case. Hopefully that doesn't take us too far afield. That being said, let's take a look at tonight's ingredients. First, for the gras, or fat rice, we'll need about 1 pound of meat, preferably lamb or goat, 2 chopped onions, 3 tomatoes quartered, a quarter of a head of cabbage chopped, 4 carrots diced, 2 cups of long grain rice, 1 chicken bouillon cube, 1.5 tablespoons of tomato paste, 4 cups of water, plus 3 tablespoons of water in a bowl, salt and pepper to taste, and 2 tablespoons of peanut oil. Then for the Boussan Touba, or the black-eyed pea cakes, we'll need 1 pound of dried black-eyed peas. We've soaked ours in water overnight. Half of a small onion diced finely, 1 carrot diced finely, 1 egg whisked, salt and pepper to taste, wheat flour for dredging, and 1.5 cups of peanut oil for frying. And then for the Babenda, or Burkinabe greens, we'll need 1 bunch or 10 ounces of spinach, a quarter cup of peanuts, a handful of dried anchovies, about 1/3 cup of miso paste, substituted here for sumbala, a half a cup of long grain white rice, 1.5 cups of water, and salt and pepper to taste. Now, before we get to cooking, one important note. In filming tonight's cooking, we had some technical issues with the first part of the Gras, and weren't able to show you the step-by-step on the cooking process on that. So, the instructions will be scrolling by without a whole lot to look at. I apologize for that. The rest should be just dandy. So, take it away! First, heat half of the oil in a Dutch oven. Then, when it is smoking, add the lamb and brown it well. Remove the lamb and reserve it. Add the rest of the oil to the pot, and when hot, add the onions and tomatoes. Then, in a bowl, combine the tomato paste and the bouillon cube with about 3 tablespoons of water. Add this to the pot along with the cabbage and carrots. Add the water, bring it to a boil, and then reduce the heat to simmer. Allow it to cook for about 2 hours or until the meat is very tender. Uncover the pot and check if the meat is tender. Remove the bones if present. Add the white rice and simmer for 30 minutes or until the rice is absorbed. Boil the black-eyed peas until soft. If not soaked overnight, this may take approximately 40 minutes. Into a food processor, add the diced onion and diced carrots. Puree, drain the black-eyed peas, and in batches, add the peas to the food processor and blend. Continue blending in batches until used up. Mix the ingredients in a bowl, season heavily with salt and pepper. Mix into a dough-like substance, whisk the egg, and form the dough into balls and flatten. Bring the peanut oil in the skillet to a medium-high heat. Set up dredging stations of egg and then flour. Dredge in the egg and then the flour. Fry in the oil for about 3 to 5 minutes. Remove to a rack and keep warm until dinner. Into food processor, add the peanuts, dried anchovies, soy miso paste, blend into a paste, add the white rice, and blend into a gravelly paste. Scoop into a bowl and set aside. Place the paste in a saucepan. Add the spinach, add the water, cover and simmer unstirred for 15 minutes. Uncover and stir, cover again and simmer for another 15 minutes. Scoop servings of the riz gras, scoop servings of the babenda, and plate the cakes alongside. Dress with sliced habanero or Scotch bonnet peppers optionally, wipe down the plates and serve. Well, how did it all turn out? Well, first, the Boussan Touba. Something about that recipe was leaving something out. The dough did not stick together. I'm pretty sure the egg should have gone into the batter first. A number of them fell apart. Still, it did have a nice taste. And adding the Scotch bonnet peppers on top did give it a little bit of a kick. Still, it felt like it needed some sort of salsa or relish on top to make it more moist. Therefore, I'm gonna give the Boussan Touba 3 out of 5 globes. Nice effort, but not quite there. Next, the riz gras. It was a fine rice and lamb dish. I wish I would have had more lamb to put into it. The flavors did stand out though. Again, the addition of the hot chili peppers did give it a nice bit of kick that it needed, so you may want to be sure to add that at some point in making this. Therefore, I'm gonna give the riz gras 4 out of 5 globes. I'm sure with just the right touches it could have been a 5. And finally, the babenda, or Burkinese greens. Those are the surprise star of the night. The spinach tasted wonderful along with the peanuts, and the saltiness of the dried anchovies along with the umami flavors of the miso paste made it a surprisingly interesting and unique dish. I'm gonna give the babenda 4 out of 5 globes. Well, that does it for Burkina Faso. Remember, if you'd like to see the streams live when they happen every Tuesday night, be sure to subscribe and follow on Periscope or Busker. Like and subscribe here if you'd like to see when these videos are posted every Wednesday night. If you have any thoughts, feelings, or helpful suggestions on the food of Burkina Faso or any of our future countries, sound off in the comments. And tune in next week when we head south in Africa to the Great Lakes region for the food of Burundi. Until then, thanks for watching and happy eating!